Sorry, my camera cut off. What I was telling you is I'm not going to follow these lines. And but there's chin, nose, eye socket, forehead. Okay, thereabouts. All right. So we're going to move forward. We're going to take this a little bit deeper in here. Get us a big, broad, wide, honking nose. Take this a little deeper. Now, we're going to make some cuts along in here at about 45 degrees, not quite. Okay? And we're going to do the same thing from the center of the tip of the nose back this way, but they're not going to be near. You're going to put your knife angle at a 45, right? But it's going to cut them in a little shallower than that. So about like so. And we'll work off the bottom of the nose. Go from the tip of the nose about like so. Okay? Tip of the nose, back. Okay. Now, we're going to do the same thing up this way. Now, if you have a large V-tool, you can use your V-tool right through here, okay? Like so. Or any V-tool, just to get this line established. And it kind of curves like so. And then we're going to bring it in like this. Getting a little bit too deep. Go to my knife. I'm going to peel this forehead back some. We don't need no pointy foreheads. Peel this back some. Okay. I'm actually going to peel it back quite a ways. We're just going to start feathering it into the same profile as the top of the pumpkin. Okay? Like so. Alright. Now, we're going to use a little smaller knife to do some little lighter detailing work. We're going to, and you can also use let's see if I can find it. Well, where's it at? There it is. If you don't have a really flexible knife, you can use a gouge. This is a 3/8 number 7. This is kind of becoming my go-to for a lot of things, and you can come up the side of this, putting some definition. Feel your face. It kind of rounds down and then gets back high over here on the edge. Okay. But if you have this flexible knife, you just come in here and you accomplish the same thing in like 2 or 3 strokes. Okay. We're going to come off the ball of this nose, round it down. We'll round this down. We're going to take it right off the top of that ball, and we're just going to start working it back. Working it back into that brow line. Okay. Take a little bit of that pointiness off. You want to over-exaggerate a couple of aspects of a character, and since this little feller don't have no ears, the only thing you can really do it with is his nose and his big old toothy grin or so. So we're going to make us some reference marks here now. Here's the center. So we're going to bring it down and kind of swoop it out. And I always turn mine upside down, that way I can get as close to what I got going as the next. Like I said, you can use this knife, start at your line, go in and swoop it, okay? If you don't, and you have a gouge, just run that gouge right up that line, okay? So it inevitably, it gives you the same result, okay? The knife just, to me, it just seems to be a little bit, I don't know, more convenient because that tool's already in your hand. But that little flexible knife, she's bad to the bone. And there's a lot of manufacturers out there making these little knives. Alan Goodman probably makes the best one on the market. I have one of his knives right here, but it's an upswept, which would be better for doing this kind of thing. I don't know. I just always reach for mine. I don't know if I'm partial to it because I made it or what have you. Okay, we're going to pencil in. We're going to come right off the ball of his nose. And a lot of people will use a gouge and come in here and stab it and make that right here at the base of the flare of your nostrils. And you can do that, but you can also do it with a knife if you don't have the right gouge, okay? And you just pencil that like so. I'm going to pencil this one in here like so. We're going to use our V tool. We're going to come up to that line, get deep, then lift out, okay? Follow this line, get deep right there at the base of the nose, then rotate the tool down and the carbon away from you and lift out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run a really deep stop cut right there at the base of the nose. We're going to turn around and we're going to take that chip out and run a stop cut along there. How that falls out like so. Run a really deep stop cut. Take that triangle out right there at the base of the nose. So what we've got is this, okay? Alright, now we're going to work on taking this nose back a little bit. I think the nose is your anchor point for your whole face. So I work on the nose first, then I proceed to make everything fit the nose. That's my method to my madness. Okay, so we got it going. Don't worry about this. This is we're gonna put eyes up here, so that's gotta. We'll come in above it and take some wood out. Make that more defined. Okay, well, we got a big old snogging hog here. He got a good one, don't he? Come in here like this. Make our smile lines a little more pronounced. And run that all the way up the side of that nose to where you get that depth in there, like so. Okay? Do the same thing on this side. Start right there at the base. Come on down. pretty good. Got it going the way we want to. Now, we're going to come up here and we're going to take us about 45 degrees right over top of the bridge of the nose, or the base of the nose, like that. Then we're going to 45 degree off of that, like so. Okay, we're going to bring it down. We're going to come off the side of that nose, like this. Okay. Like this. Do the same thing over here. We're starting to establish our eye sockets. Okay? Get this roughness off of here. Get this off. This feller's not going to have eyebrows per se. He's just going to have, he's a pumpkin, so we don't want to go too crazy with realistic character detail. We want to give him enough to where people don't look at it funny and be like, that just kind of looks out of place. Okay. Alright, so we got this. We're going to remark center up here. Down our nose, right here. Alright. Let's take some of this off. Now folks, I left my thumb protector up in the house, and but I highly suggest that you use a thumb protector. Just 45 the bottom of this chin around, like so. Okay, I'm leaving a lot of wood here because we're gonna make a big old ridiculous toothy grin like this guy. See how I left some wood there? Give him a big old jutted out bottom lip. Okay, now the easiest way to do eyes, in my opinion, is, hang on, we ain't quite ready for that yet. Okay, easiest way to do them is to, got your center line marked here. And what we're going to do, we're going to go from one side where our cut was in a subtle arc. We're going to come all the way around to this corner. Okay, that way they stay in proportion with each other. Alright, now from our center line, we're going to come up, make an arc like this. We're going to come up, make an arc like this. That way our eyes, and you can get it off. This is not a foolproof method, but you get a little practice at it and you'll be okay. And I'm going to have this one a little more squinty and this one a little more bigger, but that's by design. You can draw them in together the same size if that was what you would like to do. We're going to take our knife, we're going to go really deep into this corner. Okay, we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to go really deep into these corners. We're going to stop cut along the bottom, and then we're going to just take our time and try to apply some pressure and some depth, like so. I think we're out of time on this one. On the next one, we'll finish these eyes up.